So let us now have a problem to record a transaction of a merchandising company. Okay, during the month of January of the current year, the following transactions were completed by Ricardo Pangan Company. All credit sales are 210 and 30. All credit purchases are 310 and 30. Take note that in a transaction, if you have this 210 and 30, 310 and 30, it means it is a credit transaction on account. Okay, so January 2, sold merchandise on credit to B. Bandonel, 240,000. Sold merchandise, again, you have this one, sold merchandise. So we have the word merchandise, which means that the merchandise is intended for sale. So our entry, our guide, sales is on the credit side, and since it is on account, it says here on credit, and we have 210 and 30 for credit sales. It means it is accounts receivable. So our guide, sales is credit, and the partner is either cash or accounts receivable. So debit, that is January 2. So debit accounts receivable and credit sales. How much is that? That is 240,000. Okay. The next date is January 3. Purchase merchandise on account from T. Arenas Company, 90,000. Invoice dated January 2. Okay, purchase merchandise. Again, we have merchandise. So it means that whatever we purchase, we intend to sell that. So purchases. Again, our guide, purchases is on the debit side, and the credit side is either cash or accounts payable. Since it is on credit, it means it is accounts payable. So our entry, that is 3, debit purchases and credit accounts payable. That is 90,000. Okay. January 4, collected amount due from December 28 sale to R. Loyola, 210,000 less discount. Okay. Collected, it means it is a sale of December 28 of the prior year, and that is 210 less discount. It is a sale. What is our credit terms for sales? It is 2%. So it means they were able to pay within the discount period. That is 210,000. 210,000 and 2% times 0.98 minus 2%, 100% minus 2% is 98%. So, the amount that we receive is only 205,800. Okay, so our entry, since we receive cash, it means debit cash of 205,800. Then, we have sales discount. Our sales discount is on the debit side. Sales discount is on the debit side. So we have sales discount. And credit, accounts receivable. How much is our accounts receivable from R. Loyola? That is 210,000. So, 210 times 0.02, that is 4,200. 2% is our discount. Discount given to R. Loyola. So, our entry, to complete our entry, that is debit cash of 205,800, another debit sales discount of 4,200, and credit accounts receivable 210,000. Then we have 5. Sold merchandise for cash, 430,000. Again, sold merchandise. It means it is a sale. Cash. So, our entry, we received cash. So, debit cash and credit sales. Okay? So, sales is on the credit side and cash on the debit side. So, debit cash and credit sales. That is 430,000. Okay. 7. Paid amount due to Isa Monte Company for the purchase of December 29, 130,000 less discount. So, this time, we pay an account. Okay. How much is the total accounts payable? That is 130,000. Since we are the buyer, we purchase it last December 29. Our credit terms for purchases is 3, 10, and 30. So that is 130,000. Our accounts payable is 130 times 0.97 minus 3% discount. So it is already 97%. The amount that we pay is only 126,100. So our entry, debit accounts payable, we paid an account. So debit accounts payable. The total payable to Samonte is 130,000. 130,000. Credit cash. The amount that we're going to pay is Samonte is only 126,100. 126,100. And another credit, purchase discount. Okay. Remember, our purchase discount is on the credit side. Purchase discount is on the credit side. And how much is that? That is 130,000 times 0.03. That is 3,900. Okay. Then we have 8. Sold merchandise on account to GC Vidal, 310,000. So that is 8. Sold merchandise on account. So it means it is accounts receivable. So debit accounts receivable and credit sales. Again, our guide, that is debit accounts receivable and credit sales. So how much is that? That is 8, 310,000. Okay, 9. Returned merchandise purchased from T. Arenas Company, 10,000. So we have 9. Returned merchandise. So, returned merchandise purchase. It means that is purchase returns and allowances. In our guide, purchase returns and allowances is credit. So, what is our debit? That is either accounts payable or cash. Since it is on account, it means accounts receivable. So debit. Wait. So returned merchandise purchase from T. Arenas. So debit accounts payable and credit purchase returns and allowances. Okay. How much is that? That is 10,000. Okay. Again, just a tip. Purchases is debit. Purchase returns and allowances is credit. Sales is credit. Sales returns and allowances is debit. The other side. Okay. So we have 10. Collected amount due from B. Bandonel. Okay, so B Bandonel, that is January 2, 240,000. We sold merchandise to D Bandonel for 240,000. And it is on credit. So, January 2, they pays us January 10. The next question is it still within the discount period? Are we still going to give Bandonel a discount? Okay. Since it is 10 days to compute how many, or up to what date that we can give Bandonel a discount, that is January 2 plus 10. So it is up to January 12. We can still give Bandonel 2% discount if they can pays us within 10 days, and that is up to January 12. And it is only 10. So we can still give Bandonel 2% discount, which means 240 times 0.98, which means the amount that we can receive only from Bandonel is 235,200 because we gave them 2% discount. So our entry, debit cash, 235,200. Another debit is debit sales discount. Again, the guide that I gave you, sales is on the credit side, sales discount, sales returns is on the debit side. So sales discount and credit accounts receivable. Okay, the accounts receivable is 240,000 minus 240, that is 4,800. Or, to check, that is 240,000 times 0.02, that is 4,800. Okay, take note. We only record our discount, whether that is sales discount or purchase discount, when we pay the account in case of accounts payable or purchase discount, or when we receive the payment in case it is a sales discount. We do not record it on the date of the transaction. Okay? Again, we only record our discount, purchase discount, and sales discount when we receive the payment or when we paid our accounts. On the date we pays our account or on the date we receive payment from our customer. In this case, our transaction is on January 2. Take note, in January 2, we do not record the discount. It is only the sales transaction that we record in January 2. And it is on January 10, when we receive the payment, it is on this date that we record our sales discount. Also, another thing is that it is the cash that will be affected by the discount. It is not the accounts receivable. So the accounts receivable of 240 is still the same. This one and this one, it is still the same. It is the cost that were affected by the sales discount. Also, if ever it is, of sales returns and allowances. Okay, so let us have 11. Purchase merchandise on account from Elvirai Company, 120,000, invoice dated January 10. Okay, so we have January 11. Again, purchase merchandise on account from Elvirai Company, 120,000. So, debit purchases and credit accounts payable since it is on account. So, we have 120,000. Another January 11, paid T. Arenas Company amount due, less returns. So, we have January 11 again. This time, we pay our liability. So, we have Arenas T Arenas. It is January 3 transaction. Purchase 90,000 and then returned merchandise of 10,000. It means that 90,000 minus 10,000, we only owe Arenas of 80,000. And the next question is it still within the discount period? We purchased it on January 2. The invoice is January 2. So, 3, 10, and 30. Our terms with our creditors is 3, 10, and 30. So, is it still within the discount period from January 2 and we pay it on 11? No. The Arenas Company amount due. Okay, we pay it in 11. January 2 plus 10, that is 12. So, it means we can still avail a discount because it is still within the discount period. So, again, debit accounts payable of 80,000. That is the balance of our liability to T Arenas. Credit cash. And another credit is purchase discount. Okay. So, we have 80,000 times 0.03, 0.03. Our discount is 2,400. 2,400. So, minus 80,000. What we pay is the net cash is 77,600. Okay. Again, our entry, debit accounts payable of 80,000, credit cash of 77,600, another credit is purchase discount of 2,400. Okay. 12. Purchase merchandise for cash of 70,000. So, we have January 12. Debit purchases and credit cash. How much is that? That is 70,000. Okay, next. Sold merchandise on account to Cerda, 130,000. So, we have 13. Again, sold merchandise on account to Cerda, 130,000. So, debit accounts receivable and credit sales of 130,000. Again, sales is on the credit side. This one, the purchases on the debit side. Next, paid interest on note payable 10,000, issued check number 84. Okay, so 14, paid interest on notes payable. So, entry, debit interest expense and credit cash. So, take note, your notes payable, our notes payable will not be affected by this. It is the interest expense. If it is notes payable, it is interest expense. If it is notes receivable, it is interest income. So, that is 10,000. Okay. 15. Paid salaries of 80,000. So, 15. That is debit salaries expense and credit cash. 15. Salaries 80,000. Next is 17. Purchase merchandise on account from Isamonte Company, 190,000. Invoice dated January 14. So, we have 17. Again, purchase merchandise on account from Isamonte. So, debit purchases and credit accounts payable. That is 190,000. Okay, 18. Sold merchandise on account to R. Loyola, 460,000. again in our guide, sold merchandise on account to R. Loyola, 460,000. Our guide, sales is credit. So it is on the credit side, and since it is on account, accounts receivable is on the debit side. So debit, that is 18. Accounts receivable and credit sales, that is 460,000. Okay, next is 19. Pangan withdraw 100,000 from the business. So our entry, again, debit Pangan withdrawal. It is always on the debit side, remember? And credit cash, 100,000. And 21, acquired office supplies for cash, 40,000. That is 21. Okay, in case the transaction here is purchase office supplies for cash, it doesn't mean that if there is a word purchase, it is purchases. Take note, this is office supplies. So, our entry is debit office supplies and credit cash of 40,000. Okay. Again, I'm going to change this word into purchases or purchase. If that is our transaction, purchase office supplies for cash, the entry is still debit office supplies, and credit cash, because we do not use the account title purchases because office supplies, we purchase office supplies not for sale but with the intention of using it in our operation. So our entry is debit office supplies and credit cash. Okay, next is 22. Paid freight charges on merchandise purchase from Isamonte on January 17, 20,000. So that is 22. Again, freight charges. Purchase. Purchase. If it is purchase, this one. Freight in, transportation charges for merchandise purchase. So our entry, debit freight in and credit cash of 20,000. Next, 22. Collected amount due from M. Serda. Okay, so let us trace where, how much is that? Serda, this one. 13. Sold merchandise on account to M. Serda, 130. So, 130,000. That is 13. Sold. So, it is 2, 10, and 30. And this time, 22. So, 13 plus 10, that is 23. It means that when we collect from M. Serda, it is still within the discount period. So, we can still give him a discount. So, 22. January 22. Debit cash. Debit sales discount. And credit accounts receivable. Again, it is only on the date where we collect our accounts receivable that we are going to record our sales discount. So, 13, 130. So, this is 130,000. And 2% discount. So, 130 times 0.98. The amount, the cost that we receive is 127,400. So, minus 130 that is 2006. The discount to check 130,000 times 0.02, so that is 2,600. Okay. So, again, our entry, debit cost of 127,400, debit sales discount, 2,006, and credit accounts receivable, 130,000. Again, take note, accounts receivable will not be affected by the sales discount. It is still the same 130,000. What is affected is the cash that we receive because it is already net of discount of 2,600. Now, let us have the next transaction, that is 23. Sold merchandise on credit to B. Bandonel, 110,000. Sold merchandise, it means it is sale, so it is on the credit side. And since it is credit, it means that is accounts receivable. So, 23, debit accounts receivable and credit sales. That is 110,000. Okay. Next is 24. Receive returned merchandise from JC Vidal, 30,000. So we have 24. Again, receive. We receive. It means that is sales returns. So, again, my guide, sales is credit. Sales returns and sales discount is on the debit side. So, debit sales returns and allowances and credit accounts receivable. That is 30,000. Okay. Purchase merchandise on account from A. Braganza Company, 340,000. Invoice dated January 24. So, purchase merchandise. Purchases is debit. So, that is 25. So, debit purchases. And since it is on account, so it means it is accounts payable. That is 340,000. Another 25 transaction, receive amount due from GC Vidal on sale of January 8, less return. So, we receive, it means our entry is debit cash. 25 again. Debit cash, we receive payment, so it means it is debit cash. The next question is, can we still give a discount? So, today is January 25. It is a sale on January 8. Sold merchandise to GC Vidal, 310. January 8, 10 days, so that is 18. Plus 10, 18. It is already January 25. It means we cannot give them discount anymore. So, our entry, debit cash and credit accounts receivable. Again, January 8, that is 310,000. And they return merchandise of 30,000. So, how much is the balance? 310 minus 30. So, we have 280,000. So, 280. There's no discount because it is beyond the discount period already. Next, 26. Paid 90,000 to Isa Monte Company to partial payment of account. So, we're going to pay. It means cash is on the credit side. Sa Monte. Here, 22. We purchase, paid freight charges. Okay. On January 17. So, it was January 17 transaction. Here. January 17 transaction, 190,000. So, 190, January 14, 190. Today is partial payment. It is 17. Purchase merchandise on account from Isamonte. 17 plus 10. So, there's no discount anymore because it is also beyond the discount period. In case that there is a partial payment and it is still within the discount period, still we have to give them discount. Example, this one. If this 90,000 is paid within the discount period, we're going to give, or we can still avail, a discount of 3%. This is for purchases. We can still avail a discount of 3% only for the 90,000. Our total liability to Samonte is 190,000. Although return of less January 8 returns, receive amount due from 8. Wait, receive 170, this one. Partial payment of 90. Again, as I was saying, if we can still avail a discount for this amount, 90,000 times 3%, if we pay it within the discount period, even if it is only a partial payment. But in this problem, since the 90,000 was paid beyond the discount period, that is why we cannot avail discount anymore. So, entry, debit accounts payable, and credit cash, 90,000. 27, receive 170,000 loan from the First Moraita Bank and issued a note payable. So, 27, debit cash, we apply for a loan, and credit notes payable of 170,000. Okay. 28. Purchase merchandise on account from Elverai Company 270. Invoice dated January 27. So, again, purchases. 28. Debit purchases and credit accounts payable. That is 270. Okay. 29. Sold merchandise on account to M. Cerda, 170. So, 29. Debit accounts receivable and credit sales, 170,000. 30. Sold merchandise for cash, 1,310,000. So, debit cash and credit sales, 1,310,000. Okay, and the last transaction, purchase merchandise on account from T Arenas, 360,000. So, again, that is purchase merchandise. So, debit purchases, that is again 30. Debit purchases and credit accounts receivable, payable I mean, of 360,000. Okay. So, that is how we're going to record our transaction of a merchandising company. Okay. For our next topic, for our next video, we're going to discuss a special journal.